Welcome back to Media 7. Our panel on public broadcasting policy is still with us, but we head south now, where our gumptious media gumshoe, Simon Pound, got on the trail of a media war.
Location, Damp Dunedin. My assignment was to track down the truth about a reported media war.
Otago has become the battleground for what could be one of the country's last newspaper wars.
Word was the venerable Otago Daily Times had some competition, the D scene. I tried to start with the incumbent, but the main player wasn't playing.
This is the office of the Otago Daily Times. They wouldn't speak to us on camera, but said that there was no comparison between their daily newspaper and a weekly tabloid giveaway.
So no, ODT. A tough start, but I had leads. It was time to head to the D-scene's backer in that gold rush lady, Queenstown. I needed some signs of this war. It was time to talk straight. Publisher Richard Thomas, are you starting a media war?
No, and we were very careful not to. If we were to go in and treat it like the last of the big newspaper battles, or like the media's been pitching it up as, or the head-to-head, I mean, it's a David and Goliath sort of a struggle.
No war? What? Then what's all this war talk?
Two independents going head-to-head was always going to make good news. From my part, I mean, I was going to milk that as far as I could get it.
We're being used. I had a feeling they'd do anything for publicity in Queenstown. Look, there's Richard in a dress. That seals it. Were we being played for suckers? I should have known better. We all know that once a year the news is taken over by Queenstown for that media institution. The Winterfest Junket. And it just so happened we were in town.
It is definitely the type of advertising money can't buy.
Everyone was at it this Winterfest. TV1, TV3, the papers, comedians, writers, an alphabet of A to Z list celebs.
And they call it work.
Look at these down here. Beautiful.
Queenstown must have a secret to get untold dollars of free publicity. Festival director Sally Feeneman.
We certainly don't struggle getting the media to come to our event. They're all knocking at our doors wanting to come and be part of it. We've had huge media coverage this year. We had TV1 and Campbell Live film from the opening party, so we got half an hour prime TV. Couldn't ask for more.
Well, no, they couldn't really. But how newsworthy is the festival?
We get up to 60,000 people attend the events. The festival directly brings in at least $17 million to the district.
Seems big, but it doesn't measure up to, say, field days. With 130,000 people and $630 million of benefit. But I'm yet to see the nightly news based in a paddock near Hamilton for a week. Could it be that the media, when not busy inventing media wars, are guilty of liking a party? One thing is for sure, this is going to need serious further investigation.
Simon Pound with that report on our budget. Paul, if we could wrap up the topic we've been talking about. I know you're a believer in the institutional public broadcaster, and I can see the merit in that point of view, but there are also a number of niche channels. There's the channel we're on, there's TVNZ6, there's C4, there's Stratos. Could they not do great things with this extra money?
Of course they could. The NZ on-air system is a very good system of distributing money for programming of a certain kind. But it's got one major problem, and that is that it's the broadcasters who actually control the system. They are the gatekeepers. If they don't want to play ball, if they don't want to pitch for money for a certain genre, then they won't. And there's nothing that the NZ On Air can do to make them do that. And it's very interesting, in the latest New Zealand On Air report, there are comments about two such genres that they're having trouble in interesting the broadcasters in. One of them is children's drama, and the other is documentary, the weightier subject matter of documentary. That is the problem. You actually need the NZ On Air system, distributing money around, that's fine, and the charter as well, which requires TVNZ to broadcast certain sorts of programs.
John, you were on record as saying, in response to these very qualms, that if you fund it, they will come. Paul's saying they're not coming.
I absolutely believe that, and it's been proven before, particularly with kids' drama, that New Zealand On Air said we have a sum of money, that's what it's for, and the broadcasters look at it and think, okay, I can access that, and they will.
Last word to you, Jonathan. The future of television, we're all told that for free-to-air TV there isn't one. The audience is going to become fragmented. It's going to be a hard business to make work. Is it going to be the case eventually that the government is going to have to stop taking that dividend off TVNZ? Would that not be a rational thing to do?
Well, not while the public own it. Will, it still has to return a dividend, and this policy is a policy that's fit for that fragmented future, and we think it's going to be good for the public, and it's going to get great public broadcasting on the screen.
Well, we'll see if you get the chance to make it happen. Thank you, Jonathan Coleman. Thank you, John Barnett, and thank you, Paul Norris. And thank you for watching. We'll be back with Media 7 at the same time next week. Until then, goodbye.